I want to talk about Israel and Iran and the insane amount of propaganda just flying everywhere right now. And at the end, touch on how this will affect people in the West. Will this be World War III? Do you remember our 2003 invasion of Iraq? Remember, that was a preemptive war. What a ridiculous notion. We invaded that nation so that they wouldn't be able to attack us. And it comes out later, it was all lies. There were no WMDs. And then how many millions of people did we kill in the Middle East based on these lies and this ridiculous notion of preemptive war? And we are back at that point again.
We will not let the world's most dangerous regime get the world's most dangerous...
Oh, we need to attack Iran and destroy their nuclear capabilities before they can destroy the rest of us. They're so evil. They're the most dangerous empire on this planet. And I literally had to stop and laugh. And it's like, with the most dangerous empire, are we talking about Israel or are we talking about the US here? Because it is certainly not Iran. Israel's the only one actively committing a genocide right now. And it wasn't Iran that's been waging war in the Middle East for the last 20 years, killing millions of people and dropping uncountable number of bombs. That's been the US. The hypocrisy of it all is too much for me to bear. These are muddy, dirty waters and no one is clean in this. Iran has been arming Hezbollah and Hamas and firing rockets into Israel and arming Russia as well. The US and Israel have been training anti-Iranian dissident groups for decades. Netanyahu propped up Hamas himself in order to split power between the West Bank and Gaza. No one is the good guy in this scenario and no one's hands are clean. So don't give me this horse shit about we need to get rid of this evil regime. It really is just a matter of perspective. I don't see how anyone in the Middle East can see the US as anything other than this awful, terrible, despotic, tyrannical, evil empire. We have killed so many people there. We have dropped so many bombs. We have given Israel so many bombs, which they have dropped. We are not the good guys here, and we don't get to claim that Iran is evil and their regime needs to be wiped out. And now every indicator says that the US is going to be drawn into this war. And when it comes to war, you cannot predict what happens. War is chaos. Russia's special 3-day military operation is a prime example. As far as consequences for people in the West, unfortunately, it's not going to be that much. Gas prices is going to go higher, but life at home is going to continue on like normal, just like through the 20 years of Iraq and Afghanistan. Meanwhile, people in Iran will pay an awful, terrible price, and our troops will suffer greatly. My whole point with this video is this was the justification, this preemptive war idea that got us into Iraq. Israel has been pushing for the US to attack Iran with them for decades. It looks like now it has finally happened. This is one more step in de-escalating the global security landscape. You get enough of these de-escalating events and then China's like, okay, the world is unstable enough that we think we can get away with taking Taiwan. Russia says, I bet we could take Estonia. And again, war is chaotic and that's how things snowball and spiral out of control. But I don't think in the immediate short term people in the West really need to worry. Like, you're just gonna watch this unfold on your TV screens. A whole bunch of innocent people in Iran are probably going to die, and people in the US aren't going to give a shit because they have proven that anyone that has brown skin isn't a human to them. If we do go boots on the ground, I think it'll look a lot like Afghanistan. It's going to be a lot of these very small teams, special operations, probably a lot of Green Berets, special forces. Our initial sweep of Afghanistan, it was very few boots on the ground, like 100 or something, but supported by air support because we had total air superiority, which we would again have in Iran. And there's enough oppositional forces that they would be able to lead these groups of dissident factions. And you think like, oh, that all sounds great. Yeah, get rid of all these, religious fanatic ayatollahs and then we'll bring peace and democracy. But that's not what's going to happen. The end game for Israel isn't for Iran to be a free, democratic, peaceful, wonderful place. The end goal is for Iran to be a mess and destabilized and destroyed and can pose no threat. And that end state looks like warring factions, just like you have Syria, where, yeah, they got rid of al-Assad, but God, what a terrible, awful place Syria is now. So many innocents killed and just so many people suffering. Economic collapse, various factions killing each other in the streets, fighting for power, the CIA funding every single side. It'll be an absolute mess and it'll be awful and it'll be suffering for the people. People in the US will probably cheer it on because the propaganda on our side will say, yay, we got rid of their evil leaders and now they're free and they can be free and happy. Meanwhile, they don't have electricity or water or food anymore because their society has been collapsed by brutal bombing and sectarian violence.